Hey, what's going on, y'all? Anthony Armstrong here. I got the information for you, the real estate market, what's been going on, what's happened in August. We're going to take a deep dive. Let's take a look. Right now I have it on the average sales price. You know, my favorite is median sales price. We'll start here. I'm including Frisco, McKinney, Collin County as a whole, and the entire MLS. As you can see, Frisco has trended back upward on average. Now, I don't really like to use average too often, just simply because it brings in higher priced properties that may have been sitting on the market for a while, or maybe the contract was a long time and it just finally closed. So it brings those into account. It's good to see that they're selling, but I like to take a better look at the median sales price. So if you remember, last month, July, was actually the first month of 2021 where the price actually took a dip across the board. It was very interesting. You know, you had seen things kind of work its way up. Right now I have it on 1 year. Let me show you on the 3 years. So this is January way up to where August you're looking at 555 here. I'm gonna do this. Boom. Okay, so the numbers are here above my head. Frisco went from 448 in January to 555. That's the median sales price, right? That's the median sales price. The average, let's see what the average sales price is while we're at it. So the average sales price went from 514 to 675. Yeah, so I mean, both of those have been working their ways up. Anywho, you see McKinney 377 to 442, Collin County as a whole from 372.5 to 442. So you're seeing a lot of increases and increases going on. This is another one that's telling. I don't look at this one that often, but the original list price of homes. You kind of see how things were going. They're kind of working their way upwards. One thing to think about on this is that the list prices of the houses, as agents, we're working with old data. You know, I mean, we have to work with September's information or August information to figure out what's going on in September. You know, if I'm pricing a house, you know, I got to pay attention to kind of what's going on in the market. But, you know, to find comps, my comps closed last month. You know, it has market changed since then. There's things that may change, so it's kind of good to be able to look and see what's going on out here, just to be staying connected to it. So the original list price is so interesting because you get to see that some people were saying, okay, all right, we can continue to, you know, raise the prices on the houses that we're listing because the demand is there. Going from July to August, everywhere but Frisco went down on that original list price. I think one thing about that is you've had a few months of data now. You've had deals close. We're starting to see appraisers are not necessarily giving buyers the entire amount if they're going 40, 50, you know, $1,000 over, $30,000 over. Maybe they're not getting that home that was, you know, $250 and the person's going $280. They may not get all of that, right? They're gonna have to come up with some cash in some form or fashion. So I think seeing that has probably made agents, you know, want to pull things back a little bit. Let's say, hold on now, let's pull back. Still, even if you think about it, in January, entire MLS was just under 300,000, and now it's at like 339, and it was at 349. So I know that $10,000 is a lot of money, but you're still up $39K if you were to be doing this in January. So that's interesting to look at. Let's go take a look here. Days on market. We're on the 3 year. You can see just the waves here. I'll walk you through this. January, these peaks are going to be on this one, on this on this graph, this chart. The peaks are going to be the longer days on market. Tells you a few things about the real estate market here in Texas, at least the Dallas area. January's at the peak right there. The lowest probably around 30, a month and a half or so. This is 2018. Here at the peak of January 19, almost 3 months on the market in some spots, down to about 50 some odd days in June. January, 84 days. See, this is where things were getting wild. Everything just kind of kept going down. Normally you would see the low point here, but then you would expect, at the end of 2020, you would expect things to kind of work its way back up, but it did not. So this is that continued pressure that we're seeing going into January, where we would normally be up here with days on market. Now it's continuing to work its way down, where our average days on market is in the teens, 12, 13, 17. Frisco median is a great statistic to look for on this one, because it's going to show you more properties. Pick the one that's right in the middle, and good homes, you're seeing more good homes move under a week. It took the entire MLS, let's see, Frisco, McKinney, and Collin County have been under a week for homes selling since February, and reporting February's information. That's how fast things were moving. It took the entire MLS until April to get that done. But as you can see, going back, even on the median January 2020, it was still a couple months on the market. April, it got down to 21 days on the market. And everybody's saying, oh my God, we've never seen this before. And then it just kept going. It's like, whoa, hold on. So, one thing to tie on that, remember, high points on median days on market is tying into the simple fact that people aren't really shopping so much in the cold, right? Or maybe there's not as many houses. People say, let's just wait till after Christmas to buy the house. Let's wait till after the holidays to get this thing going. Let's wait till after the school year, get this thing going, right? So let's look at this month supply. A similar type of wave, right? The low point, because there's not as many homes on the market, even though, and what makes this so wild to think about, January 2018, you still had 2 months of inventory. And I remember we were back screaming like, we need more houses on the market. Because anything that's getting down in here, you're saying we're in a seller's market. Well, as you can see, more people list their homes once the spring ramps up in the school year, up to about 3.5-4 months of inventory. Started to feel a little bit balanced, kind of worked its way back down, less listings, same type of vibe. Then it started to dip down a little bit lower at the end of December 2019. This was kind of different to see this many people still actively looking there. Going up, April it kind of picked up. This is obviously 2020, and then everything just worked its way down from there. These are month supply of inventory, talking about how long is it gonna take for homes to sell out if no other house hits the market. And currently you're looking at just about a month. It's slowly working its way up. We've got a long way to go between here and here. But there's a few things that get tied into that, right? You're looking at builders. Builders have to be able to build homes. They can only build one at a time, and it's going to take 6 months, give or take a couple months, to get that done. So that's gonna fix one buyer, and more than likely, they're changing the way they do things now. Builders are building maybe like 4 or 5 homes, and then they're saying, hey, they're almost done. Anybody want to put in a bid on it? So you're seeing that happen now. But as you move forward, you think about it as well. You're like, well, there's land. But like, yeah, there is land, but then you have to go through all the permitting process. They have to develop it. They have to go through the process of actually making it ready to put houses on it. Doesn't take that long, but that adds to that as well. So even if they say we're going to put up a new, and there's a lot of new developments coming, they say we're going to put up a new development, it's still going to take a little while before all of those homes get built, and it's actually going to be able to take some pressure off of the market. Let's go look at homes for sale. Inventory homes for sale. This is so this blue one is the entire MLS. It looks like a cumulonimbus. As you can see, more homes for sale in the summer months, and then it drops back off at the end. Similar type of vibe there. Don't really want to hang there too long. What else we want? Pending sales. So these are pending sales. These are properties that essentially, they're ones that are under contract, have yet to close. So you have some pending sales coming. Hello, dog. Top flight security right there. Pending sales, as you can see, there are still sales going on, still transactions happening. Overall, from my standpoint, we are still very much entrenched in a strong seller's market. I think I feel that a lot of buyers have backed out of the market for the time being. As you can see with that math, a $300,000 house in January 2021 would have cost upwards of $24,000 more, just based on what the original sales price is and what percentage of the original sales price people are getting. That's just on average. So if it's a good looking house that has top condition, great finishes, maybe it's a great fresh renovation, that $300,000 house may have been pulling $350 at that point in time. You know what I mean? So we're in a market to where you are seeing some people getting squeezed a little bit just based on what you may have to bring to the table to get a house. The listing prices are kind of going up to match some of that demand, and matching some of the history that we're seeing. But as you can see, with the prices somewhat leveling out, just what the statistics are showing, they're somewhat leveling out. They're not going up at such a parabolic rate as we had seen, but I do think that you do still need to continue to put good homes on the market. If you're going to sell your house, I think preparation is going to continue to be key. You still want to make sure you put the house in a condition that's going to be conducive to having a successful sale. If you're buying a house, I think that you need to still, once again, be prepared. Have those conversations to find out what the market looks like in the areas that you're looking for. Talk to lenders. Find out what do you need to bring to the table. It's more than just your down payments and your closing costs. I do think there's going to be a time here soon where, maybe people don't have to go as far above the list price to go ahead and get a house. The listing prices, they'll start to kind of be what people go to. You'll see that's just where the market has been risen to. But all in all, preparation is key, especially for a market like this. So please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, if you need any help. I would love to help direct you or get you all the information that I can. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you at the closing table.